Hi there, my name's Andrew Adams from Parker Adams Boat Sales, and I have behind me another Sealine. This one is a very, very nice Sealine S38. It's a 2003 boat and it is presented in very, very nice condition. I'm looking forward to showing you this boat. It's powered by KAD300 engine, so it's got the largest engine options that came with this boat at the time, and it is a really lovely example. If you haven't already, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. It's fantastic to see the numbers growing up. I'm looking forward to bringing you this boat. So the Sealine S38, we've sold a couple of these now, and it always strikes me as how big the boats are inside. They've got a really, really good use of space. What I'm going to do today is start off by walking down the sides and just show you how access for everything is. So we'll start off at the stern, and you can see it's easy to step on the boat. You've got good side access there, and then you have a teak step which steps up onto the side. Now, there isn't a grab hold that's obviously easy when you come up here, but what I would do is just put your hand inside as you come up here and just grab the inside of that cover and then move forward to that place there. It's probably safer if you come out from the inside, where you can then just put your hand up onto this grab hold here. The walkways are not overly wide, but there's plenty of space just for sort of 1 foot in front of the other as you walk down. Sealines have always been excellent for their use of space and how they maximise the space on board boats, and I think that's the reason for the side decks not being particularly wide on this, because it makes a really wide amount of space and accommodation down below. The Sealine has a moulded bow here, so you can see the anchor is tucked nicely underneath the bow, so you can't actually see the anchor when you're operating it, but you've got two places where you can operate it from, which is both at the bow here and then also at the helm station. You've got a large space here where you can put cockpit cushions, I say cockpit cushions, sun pad cushions. There's a large space here where you could put sun paving cushions. You've got two hatches which provide light and air down inside. There aren't any cushions provided with this boat, but you can see it's a large amount of space that you could add those onto if you wanted to. Now, this boat has been updated. You can see there's a new quantum Raymarine radar up there, and that is paired with an Axiom chart plotter as well. The bathing platform on the boat is laid to teak. The teak looks to be in really good condition. There's quite a lot of thickness there. It could do with perhaps having a bit of a clean, a two-part clean, just to bring the teak back up again, but it looks to be in really nice condition. And you can see nestling down there the twin outdrives, which of course are the DPG models, which were unique to the KAD300 engines. So as we step inside the boat, you can see the teak is in very, very nice condition inside the cockpit. It's a damp, dreary day down here in Southampton, so you've got a little bit of wetness on the teak, but you can see that it's actually presented in a very nice condition. And the upholstery is also very, very nice down here. So this has been upgraded in the last few years. It's a Silvertex upholstery, and it's a slightly, I'd say it's just a sort of off beige, slightly yellowy tinge to the colour, but it really looks smart and blends very, very nicely with the teak. Now, as you come in, you have a gas bottle storage, which is located just inside there. Underneath here, you have a little cockpit barbecue, which is a really nice feature. And then on some of these, you have a fridge, which is located in here. The fridge is actually not functioned, so that the owners removed the fridge and turned that into an extra storage locker in there. But of course, if you wanted to put a cockpit fridge in, you could do. The nestled behind here are the isolators. The first S38 I went on, it took me a while to find the isolators on there, but they're nestled down there. And I really like the design here of the table and the way that it pushes out the way. So you've got a teak table which is stored just down here, which is a really nice teak table with an inset compass rose in there. But you can also bring this system out here, drop it into place, which gives you a full sun pad area around here. So it's a very, very versatile seating area. The covers are presented in good condition. A couple of the windows have been replaced, so the window here has been replaced, the window on that side, and the front screens as well, and that makes a lot more light come through. A new owner may wish to replace the other windows as well. They're just showing a little bit of signs of discoloration down at the bottom, but overall you can still see out of them very, very nicely. The helm position is really nice on this boat. You have, the previous owner has actually put wood behind here, so they've got rid of the old plastic and replaced this with wood, and actually I think it looks very, very smart. All the dials, all the gauges are in here, and of course you can see the EDC controls, auto trim tabs. The boat previously has had a stern thruster, but the stern thruster is not operational, so we're not selling the boat with a stern thruster, but it has been updated with the latest Raymarine P70 autopilot and I70 displays, which pair really, really nicely with the Axiom 7 plotter there. Just down here you have a Fusion sound system. This is the top-end Fusion RA770. They're a brilliant sound system. And the sound system on this boat is quite exceptional. You can probably see that you have two large signature Fusion speakers on either side and then two subs down here. So I think there's more than enough sound on this boat to make a party really get going, is the best way to describe that. The helm position on the S38 is really nice. You've got bolster seats both on the passenger seat and also the driver's seat, and they're big seats here, so they're designed as two people, but actually you'd happily get two adults and a child on there as well. Engine hour wise, they've done 850 hours on the engine, and you can see it's all laid out very, very nicely. I like this sort of chaise long approach here, and you can see in terms of sitting up here and putting your feet up, reading a book, you've got plenty of space there just to look around the cockpit, have a chat with your family, and it's a nice space to be. So let's have a look down below. I mentioned about the spaciousness on the Sealines. I've been on an S34 within the last week, and you can really feel the difference on this. It is obviously quite a lot larger. You've got this nice U-shaped seating here. You've got a television which has been added up here, and then the Sealine C-Plex system, which is a really nice system which provides controls for all of the boat, and your distribution panel and switches are down here. The boat is fitted with warm air heating, so the controls for it are just there. You can see there's been a panel or something that's been fitted there in the past that's been removed, and you have two extra USB ports just down there and an additional control here for the Fusion sound system with what looks to be an ERX or SRX 400. Lots of storage, so good storage space all the way around, and all the wood on this boat is presented in excellent condition. And I like the fact that you've got wood down here on the floor in the galley space as well. It just means it's much, much easier if you're cooking and you spill anything, there's no need to wipe it off the carpet. Let's start at the bow. You've got a very large island bed on the S38, which is one of the biggest differences from the 34, because the 34 is the bed's off to one side, but you've got a large, generous size cabin here with very good storage space and locker space on each side, and there are two full width wardrobes, which is excellent. You've got heating vents down here as well. The carpet, I would say, I doubt it's original, but I would say it's in excellent condition. It's certainly been very well looked after. On the right hand side you have the heads and this nice designer sink. I think Sealine were one of the first brands back in 2003 to be putting tabletop sinks on, and again that's all presented in nice order. And then in here there's a few bits and bobs in this room, but this is actually just the shower room. So there's a hoover and a vacuum and a few bits stored in here, but this will double up as a shower room, so it's quite nice to have the shower separate to the main heads on the boat. I like the cabinet, so you've got the glass cabinet here on the Sealine, which again makes the boat feel nice and open and airy instead of being another block of wood. Storage space throughout. There was a new microwave fitted recently. There's a brand new fridge in here as well. You can see if we open that up, it's absolutely pristine in there. And then there's a gas oven and then also a gas burner hob in here, which is a 2-burner gas hob there as well. More storage space under there. The holding tank for the boat is fitted underneath here, and then you have this large internal sort of lazarette space that the owner's got lots of engine spares, etc. just down in here. So you can see there's lots of bits and bobs in there that the owner has for keeping the engines in tip-top order. Just pop that back down again. The aft cabin always surprises me on the S38. You've got 3 beds in here, so you can have this as a twins, so 3 twins, so 2 on either side here. There's an infill cushion which goes down the middle, which makes that a really large double bed. But then you also have this really versatile single bed on the side here. Brilliant for a family. If you've got a young child that you want to sleep with, then you've got the excellent option of having 3 people in this cabin. And I think this really is class leading for the size of boat. Just underneath here you have another sink as well as having a full height wardrobe and space all around. As you can see, this boat really is presented in nice condition. There's a few little bits and bobs here, like marking up there, perhaps have a different panel put into here, but all of which is very, very easy to do. You have the base of a really, really lovely boat. Let's put it back upstairs again. So as we come back upstairs into the cockpit space, you can see once again this upholstery is really, really lovely condition. And the overall feeling on this boat is of really nice spaciousness all around. Something quite cool on these with the front covers is that the front covers can actually be folded up and then put into this tray here. So Sealine always thinking about little features, little ways to make your boating life easier, so the front covers can roll up and go into there. Engine access on this boat is also really good. I like the fact that the cockpit doesn't need to be taken apart to get access to the engines. All you need to simply do is just lift this handle up here. And you can see nestling down there in the engine bay the twin KAD300 engines. As I mentioned earlier, they've done 850 hours each. Lots of working space all the way around the engines there, and they've been very, very well maintained by the current owners. Just drop that back down again. And that's down. So, as always, I have loved bringing you another walkthrough tour. So thanks as always for watching. This has been a Sealine S38 2003 model powered by twin KAD300 engines. Thanks as always for watching. If you're interested in seeing this boat, the boat is afloat down Ocean Quay Marina, but it may well be coming up to our pontoon on the Hamble River as well for some weekends for people to see it up there as well. If you'd like to arrange a viewing, please get in touch with us. But as always, thank you for watching. We look forward to bringing you the next video. All the best.